Welcome Team Henny Even Sunday to the final ruling of case number 1 entitled Fantasygate of Team Henny Even Sunday versus Chase Martin. Chase Martin, you are accused of 1, running 2 illegal teams without the league's knowledge, 2, stacking an illegal trade among Team Glass Chase of Motion and Eli Eagle, and 3, then stacking your own team, Glass Chase of Emotion, with better players in order to receive a better fantasy outcome to guarantee a win. In Statute 1 of running 2 illegal teams, after reviewing all of the evidence and hearing what the jury had to say, we do find you guilty of running 2 illegal teams. Now, Chase, the punishment for this is that given the circumstances and the fact that the league and as a commissioner, we were not able to find a 12th player to start running the 12th team, Chase, you will be allowed to run both teams. However, in the case that we do find a 12th player to fill that spot, you will then have to choose which team that you do want to run, and you will be running that team only while the 12th player will take control of either Glass Chase Emotion or Eli Eagle. In Statute 2 of you doing an illegal trade between Glass Chase of Emotion and Team Eli Eagle, the jury and myself as the commissioner find you guilty. This means that the trade is now null and void, and all the players are to return to their original team as they were drafted. The following players are to return to their teams. On Team Glass Chase of Emotion, you will receive Vincent Jackson, Todd Gurley, and C. Kaepernick. On Team Eli Eagle, you will receive Peyton Manning, Doug Martin, and Marquise Colston. And that means, for the terms of that you will be on a 2-game suspension. You will also not be allowed to trade among Glass Chase of Emotion and Team Eli Eagle for the entirety of the season. Whether you are running the league or somebody else is running the league, Team Eli Eagle and Glass Chase of Emotion will never, ever, 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 ever be allowed to trade again. After your 2-game suspension, you will be allowed to trade, use the waiver wire, and play as a normal fantasy football player with no stipulations whatsoever. Now, in Statute 3 of the team finding you stacking your team, Glass Chase of Emotion, with better players so that you can ensure a win come week 2, as the commissioner, I am going against the jury's suggestions and finding you not guilty. The trade in question of Glass Chase of Emotion versus Team Eli Eagle, Vincent Jackson, Todd Gurley, C. Kaepernick, for P. Manning, Doug Martin, and M. Colston, I do find to have been a fair trade, had it not been between the same person running 2 illegal teams. Again, I do find you not guilty in the fact that both the trade between Glass Chase of Emotion and Eli Eagle was a fair trade player for player. Now again, in that ruling, you are still not allowed to trade again between Glass Chase of Emotion or Eli Eagle for the entirety of the season. After posting this video and at the end of week 2, so after Monday night's game, Chase, you will be on a 2-game suspension, meaning that any points your team were to accrue in the next 2 weeks will be nullified down to 0. Your position will remain the same. However, you will have not gained any points to make you achieve a better standing among the league. After 2 weeks, so on October 6th, coming into week 4, you will be allowed to play as a regular player again. As your commissioner, that is my ruling. I don't have a gavel, so I'm going to use my mouse. Court is adjourned.